Like a beautiful, wild, naked woman, poetry calls out to me when I walk the streets, peering lustily at me from behind vendors' signs and beside street lamps, always finding a way to make herself obvious. Sometimes she even manages to sneak sweet somethings into my soul's pockets when I'm not looking, hoping I'll discover them when I am alone and still. And when I do, it's as if each sentence brings me one spell closer to describing the wordless beauty of Source. Now, when I see a blank page and pen, I get wet with an overwhelming desire to write. I've given in to poetry's amorous advances, for I know they are the prelude to the moment becoming a prophecy, which is what all great living poems become, once they mature and find a voice of their own in the hearts of those willing to hear beyond their ears. Listen, dear one. Lean in close to make out with the wild, spirit-filled woman of your heart. Her kisses are the soft subtleties of spirit making itself known. The beloved's first poem was "Let There Be Light," and the page of existence filled up with the naked brilliance of love. So now I have married myself to truth, and I keep a harem of poetry in my temple of tenderness, taking each one as my bride, vowing to always honor each and every word, hoping at last that I might be wed in holy matrimony to the entirety of Source. Look into me. Let me swim in the oceans of your eyes filled with water and light. We are exploding stars going slow-motion supernova across the tenderness of the heart's night. There is a kind of conversation that deepens consciousness. Once we get to a certain understanding, we can begin to ask each other the kinds of questions that really provoke deep conscious thought. Now that's the path of vulnerability, choosing to be open, choosing to be love. And all I've really been meaning to say is, I think of you as an angel, smiling at me from my wildest dreams. Break all your stories, my dear, that are not of love. Smash them all to the ground. For it is each other's true love which is our salvation in the end. Because being inside you is like being inside heaven. Right now, you and I are one. I am swimming in you, doing the backstroke in your smile. Your breath is my breath. Your heartbeat pounds out my pulse. I will leave rivers of me swimming inside your navel. Now that we have become the sky, I see you as my angel in blue. Let the darkness lay its beautiful face in our lap. We can rest ourselves against the strength of the day and watch laughter and light dance like children do when no one else is looking. Because the moment is pregnant and giving birth through us. Shooting stars are God skipping her love across the night sky surface. Come, kind-hearted one. Let me teach you a lesson, tell you a story, and tickle your ears all at the same time, so that you remember always what Spirit keeps saying in the silence. My love for you is infinite, and everywhere the knowing of it is in the experience of it. The question is, have we lived? Have we truly lived? And the answer is a resounding yes, with exclamation points after and screaming emphatic gestures of pure enjoyment. The moment is a secret being shared between two lovers, causing the world to react with inspiration and the soft, holy laughter of unceasing tenderness. This page is the universe filled with stars. Each letter of every word I write becomes worlds which existence will recite with inspired passion. For life is but the poem of dying, and a dreaming bear writes it. The contour of lovers' lips, locked in union, is a kiss upon the face of creation. There is a spell to all this spelling. There is a magic in all this meaning, a mantra, a prayer, a lover's sigh of release. All sound just as holy to the soul of a poet. A teardrop, a tenderness, a token of sweet affection. These are the presents I have gift-wrapped for you here. For I have known the abyss of all your sorrows and have made love to each one on a bed of brokenness and pain. I have been the weightlessness of your best and most glowing moments, running wild and free upon the playgrounds of possibility. Each breath you take and each pounding of your heartbeat, each desire you have and each ecstatic fulfillment of longing, each tender touch and each of the broken-hearted, all have been written here upon the sacred scriptures of Source. I have known you since before there was such a thing as knowing or being known, and long after that, in the utter indescribability that bespeaks of always belonging. Right now, in the darkness, there is a voice asking you a question. Do you remember? If the answer is yes, when you open your soul to speak, light will be born. If the answer is no, then the question just keeps on repeating. For the lover is always waiting, with infinite patience at your heart's doorstep, searching intently in your eyes for a sign of even the vaguest recognition of the love you once shared, before you hit your head on the overhang of ego's awning and caught amnesia of all you once were. Let the moonlight remind you. Let the wind whisper it in your ear. Let the stars shine enthrall you as the fires in you burn into rivers. Beneath the voice petitioning you in the dark, there is a silence which secretly holds all the answers. If you let yourself go there, you are sure to remember. All that once existed and all that ever will are written within you upon this permanent page of our soul's divine paper. We are living poems composed of water and starlight. Kick off your shoes and come dream with me in the grass of God's green growing garden. We'll dance and play in the enormity of each other's shadows, while the sky sings a paralleled lullaby to the sun and moon, as they blow kisses to each other from across the gold-glittering ocean. The clouds go on forever in every direction, conducting a slow-motion ballet of formlessness, a pilgrimage of poets on a journey of surrender, each breath also a sweet prayer reciting the sacred verses of Source. There is a pair of broken angels' wings for each tear you've cried, and a mermaid swimming in the sky every time you smile. Chaos is the backdrop for beauty. Out of the darkness and confusion, light is born, proving once again that sometimes you've got to embrace the horrors of hell to become the fullness of heaven. Play with me, pure one, in the paradox of brutal beauty, and tell me whose lips you love to kiss the most. Existence has become the bed of love-making for spirit's longings, as she consumes every eager inch of the moment, who has been wet and waiting for the chance to fall deeply and severely in love. Why recreate the past when we can lose ourselves to the brilliance of the present, which is a gift of being in the now? So forget about the future and all those imagined interactions, for we can write worlds with these words and rekindle the fires of compassion to burn bright in the darkest parts where we have neglected ourselves the most. If your heart is pure, you will seek out the kiss of spirit even in the ghettos of God, in the silent screams that happen behind the eyes of people who wear their worries as a wardrobe, turning their avoidance of pain into an addictive way of life that has them ducking behind buildings and trees every time they sense the beloved coming to wash their wounds away. Dreaming Bear knows better than most what it means to be hurt beyond any ability to heal. To have walked along the trail of tears until I waded waist deep in the flood of forgiveness, which followed the death by drowning of desperately clinging to the illusions of separation and duality. Undress yourself of the desire to be anything artificial, and get naked with me in the sweet serenity of indulging ourselves in the One.